Hey guys, how are you? Coach Dana CAVALEA checking in with you today. I want to talk a little bit about today's blog in regards to thinking versus action. And I know so many days I go home and want to bang my head against the wall because I feel like I've been working so hard all day. And then I realize, man, I didn't get done what I wanted to get done. And why was that? What happened? And I realized that most of my day was based on strategy, and most of my day was based on really just sitting around and thinking and drawing graphs and drawing charts and identifying strengths, identifying weaknesses, which is important. The problem is when that becomes your day to day and you start to do that day after day after day after day, and you can get very comfortable doing that because that's kind of the safe zone. That's the way I look at it. But where you get in trouble is if that becomes your day to day, the one thing you stop doing is taking action. And when you stop taking action, you start losing the war to yourself and the fact that other people, and you start losing to other people that are taking action in your space day in and day out. So, again, I try not to focus too much on what the other people are doing. But when it comes to myself, I know that I lose ground on myself and my own goals when I'm not focused on the day to day and I'm not focused on the day to day action. So it's always great to be a mover and shaker and making things happen. It's always great to work from a plan, but your job and your business day to day and your action can't be just formulating plans. There actually has to be a do component, or else you always feel like you're coming up short. And that becomes a chronic problem. And it creates that hyper analysis situation. And we've all heard the, analysis can lead to paralysis or however that rhyme goes. But the point is, if you're sitting there and over strategizing and under executing, you're going to have a long term problem. And the problem is going to be different things, whether it's day to day cash flow, sales, but you're going to face some sort of issues. It's the same thing with planning your workout routine. I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You never actually go to the gym to execute it and do it. How many pounds do you actually think you're going to lose? Buying the juicer and then saying it's too much work to actually juice. So you think about all those things, and again, the intention is great, the strategy is great, the execution and action is poor to zero, and then we wonder why we don't get the results. So just think about that. Also, take a look back. I know I haven't been on video in a few days, but I did a really good blog. At least I thought it was a really good one, and it talked about the 10 things that I learned in professional sports and from pro sports. And it's kind of a no nonsense, no BS list, if you will, of 10 things that separates the pros from the Joes and just the average person versus the pro situation. So give that a look. And I got a new website that came out, danacavalea.com. You can sign up for my newsletter, which I'm going to be putting out there each day with different tips. So those are all the updates. Thanks for hanging with me, and I will be back with you guys tomorrow.